And I was at work because I worked nights at the time. I would start work at like 8 o'clock at night and work until about 3 in the morning. And then my brother worked during the day, and he was renting a room from us in the condo that I had, and she made a pass at him. She tried to have sex with him.
Oh,
So
I'm
what
surprised.
she did was she put her hand on his knee when he was on his computer and ran her hand up to his private area.
Oh,
And it was he suspected something. Okay, it gets worse. He suspected something because he saw this pattern. There's 2 of the same nights every week that he can't come over and see her, and he can't call her. Okay,
So he doesn't know as well.
he didn't know about me, and I didn't know about him. And I didn't suspect anything. It was totally blindsiding to me. She had 2 kids. She had her kids keep it a secret from both of us men.
Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wang, and today I'm sitting with my friend Mike.
Hi.
From
Ammike.
Okay, Mike, introduce yourself more to our viewers.
Well, first of all, the name of my channel,
Yes.
it's Ammike. And I get a lot of people who think my name is Phil.
Yeah, which is beautiful though.
Yeah, but
Mike
no,
and Phil is.
And so it gets old because I have to always explain myself to people that my channel is Philam is Filipino American and my name is Mike.
Honestly, Mike, you are finally here in the Philippines after many months of waiting. So, tell me about the process and the procedure you have to go through to be finally being here in the Philippines.
So it dates all the way back to 19 years ago.
Oh wow, that's a long preparation.
That was when that was when I first visited the Philippines, was in 2005.
Oh wow,
And
long
I just thought, wow, I love it here.
Yes.
I love the food. People are a lot more friendly, hospitable, loving, willing to help than in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, you know, maybe I want to retire here. And then I visited again a year later. Came back in 2013, twice to Davao, and once to Butuan.
Okay.
And I just knew that this was a place that I wanted to retire.
Yes. So, what you seen in Butuan or Davao that make you feel okay? This is my kind of place.
Well, there's positives and negatives.
Yes.
The biggest thing was the people
Yeah.
and the food.
Yes.
We went to some restaurants where the food was indigenous to the area and organic, truly organic. Now in the U.S. we have a store, it's called Whole Foods, where everything's supposed to be organic, but it's still processed food. It's just that it doesn't exceed the guidelines of the Food and Drug Administration, where they can't call it organic.
Yeah.
So since it's it just didn't have as much flavor as the food does here in the Philippines.
So, in my own understanding, you are not this type of person that figured out and want to go to Philippines and want to leave the Philippines like just yesterday and now they're already here. So it's a long process for you to decide, and really you're visiting places. As you mentioned, it is already your 4th times to be here. So what was the kind of like goal time, like kind of like, oh, okay, I'm gonna retire in Philippines, that makes you feel like, this is it, Philippines is my retirement place?
Yeah, up until about 5 years ago, I was just kind of on the fence. I was thinking, you know, maybe I want to just find a more affordable place in the States, or maybe I want to go to Thailand or Mexico, or you know, look at different countries.
Yeah.
and I just kind of kept bouncing back to the Philippines. And it was 5 years ago that I decided the Philippines is for sure is where I'm going to go.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
bought a condo on a pre-sale.
Here in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
across the street from
Yeah.
where we are now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
5 years ago or just...
That was when I really decided that I wanted to do. Now, it was about 3.5 years ago that I actually pulled the trigger, started making payments on the place over there, and it looks like it's going to be an awesome place
Yeah.
once it's finished.
Yeah.
It's called Mandani Bay.
Mandani Bay, it sounds familiar to me. But
It's
yeah.
right across the street from.
Yeah, here. Near
Yeah,
here.
I'll show it to you.
Ah, okay.
To you and
Yes.
your friend
Yeah.
over there.
So, people, there are many foreigners like you, men that want to retire in the Philippines. What are the processing this time? Yeah, let's move forward to this time. What are the most important process that you have to go through? For example, like the visa, where you get your visa,
Immigration,
something like that, and the bank, how you organize all of that stuff.
Well, I'm working with Heidi at C&G Consulting. I
Yes,
don't know
yes.
if you know who
Yeah.
she is, but we did meet with her. My brother and I met with her about a week and a half ago. I forget when it was. And there is a process that what we have to do is we have to start out with tourist visas.
Yeah.
Okay. The SRRV, that's going to be down the road.
So for now, you are under of a tourist visa for 6 months.
Not yet, because we haven't even been here in the country for 30 days yet.
Okay,
You're
so-
allowed to be in the country legally for 30 days, and then you need to start paying for
Yes.
tourist visas. So once we have to get a tourist visa and just bring in our passports, we don't need an appointment with C&G Consulting. We can just bring in our passports, and then when we get the second tourist visa, then we can apply for the ACR card, which is an Alien Certificate of Registration. Once that'll take about 2 months, from what I've heard. Then we can open up a bank account.
Yeah.
And as long as we keep paying for the tourist visas, then as soon as we can afford the SRRV, and in
Yeah.
case anybody doesn't know what the SRRV is, that's the Special Resident Retirees Visa.
Yes. So, but anyway, guys, if you're interested about visa, I will make sure put the C&G link here, so they can
C&G
explain.
Consulting,
Yeah, consulting. For sure, they can explain to them detail by details if they have questions, right?
Yes.
Yes. So, how long you been here since you were?
November 1st.
November the 1st. Yeah,
So-
wow.
It's-
So it's very, very. What is the date today? I forgot.
Today's the 19th.
Yeah, the 19th. So,
So I've been here
19
19 days.
Yeah. So you still like your decision to be living in the Philippines?
You know, it's just like if you go to the U.S., there's gonna be things that you like, and there's gonna be things that you don't like, and so
Okay.
of course I feel that way as a foreigner here in the
Yes.
Philippines. There's things that I like, and there's things that I don't like.
Okay. Speaking to that, what you don't like?
What don't I like? The way they drive here.
It's crazy.
You know, it's like there's no rules.
Yeah. Everything here is a suggestion.
It's just the Wild West. If you
Yeah, I agree with you.
So I don't want to drive here.
And 19 days being here again, what do you like?
What do I like?
Yeah.
The
What
cost of living is about 1/3 what it was in the U.S.
Yeah.
From where I was. Now there's a few things, like if you're going to go and buy electronic equipment, that's about the same. I looked when I was passing by a gas station one time, and I saw the prices on there in pesos per liter, and so I converted into dollars. It's about 54 pesos to the dollar, and then I figured out how much that was in gallons, because we don't do it by the liter, we do it by gallons.
Yeah.
And the cost of gasoline is about the same thing, but that's really not going to be an issue to me because I'm not going to own a car.
Yeah, you're not gonna drive.
Yeah. I'm just going to use Grab and
Taxi
and taxis
and
and tricycles. So,
Yeah. Do you prepare, for example, if there's a circumstances that you have to ride a motorbike, what you would do? Motorbike, no.
No.
You better walk.
No, I don't want to end up getting seriously hurt or
Yeah.
worse, killed.
Yeah, that sounds worse. You know, anticipate. Yeah, okay.
She's doing great, by the way. She's
Okay.
blah, 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 blah.
For those want to retire in here, what is the best advice you can tell them? What to prepare before coming completely living here in the Philippines?
Well, first of all, I'm probably not the best one to ask because I've only been here 19 days. But what I would say from my own experience is come here and visit first. Just know that there's going to be some differences. You might, if you're going to go for like the least expensive hotel, they might not have hot water.
Yeah.
You know, and you also want to see how they drive here. Again, it comes back to that, so that you can decide whether you want to drive here or if you just want to let somebody else do the driving. If you're going to come here and find a Filipina to date and eventually marry, spend as much time as you can each time that you come.
Yeah. So speaking of dating, let's talk about dating. No.
Okay.
Are you dating right now?
No, because I mean I've got so much going on
Yes.
to get settled in, and it seems like every day that me and my brother and my housekeeper, we learn that, well, we need something, so we need to take a tricycle and we need to go to the store every day, and things that like little those little boxes that are like the converters that convert from 220
Yes,
to 110.
yeah.
Because I brought a lot of stuff with me,
That it's not,
and I don't want it to burn up because the
that's-
power is.
You have to
know,
be very
you know.
careful. So you're not dating. You've been dating a Filipina, or you have an experience with a Filipina woman.
I did. I was in relationships. I was married to one, and then later I had a relationship. And I would be happy to go into detail about what went wrong.
Okay, what went wrong?
Well, first of all, and I said this on the collaboration that we did when we were on my channel, but my ex-wife, and I knew this going into the marriage, she was a victim of incest done by her stepfather from the age of 8. So
Wow,
she brought
sorry.
a lot of emotional baggage into the marriage, and I thought all I needed to do was just be a very loving, patient, kind, and generous husband, and that then all of her insecurities and everything would disappear, and that never happened. And so I talked to a psychologist later on, and the psychologist explained to me that because I was 15 years older than my ex-wife, that she looked at me as a father figure and husband rolled into one, and she felt like she needed to get even with me for the things that her stepdad had done to her, sexually assaulting her.
Yeah.
And 8 years old is I don't know. I think it's about 10 years too young myself.
Wow.
And then I was living. We were living in Seattle, which is I don't know if you know your geography that well, but Seattle is
Too bad for that.
well. If you know where California is,
Yeah.
we're 2 states to the north. You got to go from California through Oregon to Washington, which is my state, and that's the one. It's in the upper left-hand corner of the U.S. and it borderlines Canada.
So did you bring her to U.S.?
Oh, no.
I thought. Oh my God! I thought that you were just living in here.
Yeah.
So okay,
But there's more.
Okay, there's more.
Okay. Her sister is from Davao, and she was married to a Filipino from Manila, and they were living in Chicago, which is about a 5-hour plane ride from where I live. So she wanted to go out and see her sister, and so yeah, it sounds good. You know, go see Maria, and she's supposed to be there for like 2 weeks. She called me and asked me if she could stay there and work for her sister.
Oh, wow.
I said, well, we could use the money, so yeah, stay there for about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And but the way it turned out, she came back to see me for a week, and then she would be gone again for another 4 months this time.
So, like you became a long distance relationship.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
And this, she would come to be with me for a week, be gone for 4 months, and that went on for 3 years. And I told her, I said, this is not working. Our marriage, that is the main reason why I divorced her.
Yeah, because okay, if there's something you want to change in choosing a woman to be with, what is that?
Spend time. Take your time. Don't rush into anything. Get to know her. Get to know her background, what her past is like. I found out that my ex, when I was at work, because I worked nights at the time, I would start work at like 8 o'clock at night and work until about 3 in the morning. And then my brother worked during the day, and he was renting a room from us in the condo that I had, and she made a pass at him. She tried to have sex with him.
Oh,
So
I'm
what
surprised.
she did was she put her hand on his knee when he was on his computer and ran her hand up to his private area.
Oh,
And it was it was like she was letting him know, hey, let's go into the bedroom, and you know.
Oh wow, sorry. I'm surprised about that.
So it's pretty much a given that I can't prove it, but I can only speculate. But when she was away from me out in Chicago, which is, again, 5-hour plane ride away, it was pretty much a given that she was unfaithful.
Yeah, so you can feel it, something like that.
Yeah.
So what do you think the best lesson you've learned about that relationship? Because every time we broke up, there's an unsuccessful romantic relationship. We learn something that was wrong. That was wrong. Why it doesn't work?
Again, don't think that you can get married to someone or embark on a relationship and think that somehow you can heal something of what she went through and how bad it was, and just because you're there for her, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to fix what was going on with her up here emotionally.
Yes.
I mean, that's how bad it was with her.
Yes, I completely agree with you. One of us, before we jump into a relationship, make sure that, are you ready for this? Like, I am ready for this, like, you know. And I think it's a decision you have to make before committing in a relationship. Yeah.
You got to make sure that you're right with the right person.
Yeah. And you're fighting for the right person, I must say. Yeah.
Then I got to tell you what, after that ended in 2011 was when the divorce became final.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you don't have divorce here in the Philippines.
Yeah, of course.
But you do
It's
have.
a nightmare in here.
Oh, and that's one of the things that, you know, when we talk about the cost.
Yeah.
a divorce, as long as you and your spouse can agree on how to divide up all of the assets, you can go to the county and get a divorce for under $1,000. Well, here it's closer to $4,000, and with the attorney fees and everything, and the court costs and all of the filings and all that,
and
then the time, and it takes longer, and then the judge might not even grant the annulment.
Like
it's
crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
So that's probably the only thing I can think of that costs so much more. So that ended in the divorce became final in 2011, and 2012 was when I met the Filipina from Bhutan.
It's fifth.
Huh?
It's the fifth, the second.
Second.
Philippine. I thought it's the fifth because I want to know where's the other three. Okay,
No,
the second one. What was the experience with the second?
Philippine girlfriend, and I decided I didn't want to try and do another fiance visa, and the expense and everything. So I decided that I would look for one in my area, in the Seattle area, and fell head over heels in love with this girl.
Oh, okay.
And it ended about a little like 13 months later.
Why is that?
She ended it with me.
Oh.
Because one day, again, I worked nights, and one day I was getting ready to leave, and we were kissing our goodbyes out in the driveway, and I was ready to drive off to work, and this guy pulls into the driveway, and I kind of heard what he said to her. He said, "I really need to talk to you," and then she looked at me and said, "You better hurry. You're going to be late." And as it was, I ended up getting to work like 2 minutes before I was supposed to clock in. So I called her and I said, "Well, who's that guy that pulled into the driveway?" "Oh, he's just a friend." Okay, I'm real trusting, kind of like naive. So the next morning, I was ready to leave my place and come and see her, and I called her. I said, I'm on my way over." She said, "Oh, I got something I need to tell you." So I got there. I said, "Well, what do you want to tell me?" "You know the guy that pulled into the driveway yesterday? I've been seeing him for 5 months." Now, the way that she got away with it is because he worked days and I worked nights. So she would see him while I was at work at night, and then see me during the day while he was at work. And then I had 2 nights off a week. I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday nights. And he was told that he could never come over on those nights. So he suspected something. Okay, it gets worse. He suspected something because he saw this pattern. There's 2 of the same nights every week that he can't come over and see her, and he can't call her. Okay.
So he doesn't know as well.
He didn't know about me, and I didn't know about him. And I didn't suspect anything. It was totally blindsiding to me. She had 2 kids. She had her kids keep it a secret from both of us men. Keep it a secret from me, and don't tell me about him, and vice versa. Don't tell him about me.
Oh, wow.
Is that messed up or what? I want to use the F word thing.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know how to react to it, but.
But I also know that, okay, both my ex-wife and my ex-GF are Filipinas, but I know that most Filipinas are not like that. That's not what's normal.
Yeah.
Looking back on it now, when I would, if I was staying over with her, and we were just about ready to go to sleep, I would tell her, look, honey, I called, not honey, but I called her my love.
Yeah.
My love, I love you so much. And her response was, I love you too. It's like, but when you're in love, you're blind to that. You don't see those signs.
So
love is blind.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and so now that I'm able to kind of like zoom out and look at the big picture with her, she's just the type of woman that as soon as somebody better comes along, and she ended with me, and then she
Yeah.
was with him. It was because he made more money.
It's not serious into it. I don't think if you're a serious and committed type of person, you
I
would do
think
that.
She was just a very unhappy person, somebody who does not have the love of Jesus Christ in their heart.
Yeah, I must say that. I agree with you.
You
So
know, and it's-
anyway, after those, oh my God, after those kind of experiences with two Filipina, are you still gonna be looking forward to be with another Filipina?
Well, it's one of the reasons why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that once I got here, I was not going to be in a big hurry to try to find someone.
Yes.
I want to take my time, maybe go out on some dates, be just friends
Yeah.
with some Philippine women, and I think that's a wise choice on my part.
Yeah. Kind of treatment you are looking for from a woman?
Someone who is genuine,
Yes.
and someone who, if she does say the words to me that she loves me, it's because she does love me.
Yeah.
Because she's not just saying the words just to say them.
Yeah.
I kind of care about my health too. So someone that maybe wants to go to the gym with me and get a good workout.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
Oh, and next question, please. Okay. What are your plans now that you are already living in the Philippines? Is there any specific goals to achieve, or you're looking forward?
As far as a relationship,
Your channel.
well, I would say that, and this is going to be a big one, especially if a young Filipina is interested in me and she doesn't have kids. It's not that I don't like kids. I
Yeah.
love kids. It's just that I don't want to be raising kids into my 80s.
Yeah.
So I would rather find someone who I have met a few Philippine women who they just younger ones that just don't want to have kids.
Oh.
And there are a few, but not many. Okay.
Yeah, I would say because
Yeah.
most Filipino likes to have kids.
Yeah. So if I meet someone and she already has some kids, then and I'm really good with kids and I love kids, I don't want to have any biological kids.
Yeah.
It's not important for me to get married and then make sure that my last name passes on. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
And I know to some men that's a big deal.
And also for the younger Filipina, like
Yeah.
especially with the foreigners and the Filipina, most Filipino would say, I want to have a baby with you, like something like that. But that's one of the things that you have to make sure that you are in the same page with that.
Yeah.
So, okay. And how about, so you're looking forward to that. So what else? Like for your channel anyway, yeah. Your channel. What are
For-
you looking forward for your channel?
Oh, to change my channel? I know that we've talked about this a little bit on live streams, but like if I want to have a video where I want to get my point across, and I do that a lot, where I express my opinions, but instead of me just telling people what I think, getting people together that have some acting skills, and I want to take some acting classes myself, and having like a 15 to 20 minute movie.
Oh wow! I
Yeah.
want to be part of it.
Are you a good actress, Wang?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
I guess we're going to find out, right?
We're gonna find out how many takes we should take.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike, thank you so much for this.
Well, yeah,
today.
I really enjoyed this, and it looks like Maria over there is about to fall asleep.
Yeah, like these two bored people is talking.
You know what? We need to do this again.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate the time, and I'll see you next time for sure.
Okay.
If you have some questions about Mike, how he do his visa, how he kind of like make it in here, his experiences in here, I gonna put his link in the description of this video, and then you can directly message to Mike. You have an email in there in your channel?
It's at the end of my videos, my later videos. It's Phil_am_Mike@yahoo.com.
Yep, of course. Of course, of course, I will put his email as well. You can share me your email, and I put it under the description if ever you have some question. And of course, your channel, Phil and Mike. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. God bless you
Bye-bye.
all. Thank you, Mike.